Why does Russia plan to use stablecoins to circumvent sanctions, guys? That is the question of the day. TPL, the #1 crypto news channel in the world. Second point, what is a stablecoin? We need to understand that firstly, guys. So, stablecoins are tokens issued on the blockchain whose value is linked to an external asset, such as national currencies on precious minerals or precious mineral. They help to reduce the volatility of a virtual currency such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's generally pegged, or it has a value point that doesn't fluctuate in high volatility, which is more stable, that creates a more tradable asset class like the dollar. Obviously you got USDC, USDT. These are two tokens. I'm not advising you to use them, but this is an example, all right? So this is very important. Why does Russia plan to use stable tokens to circumvent sanctions? Now, I'll give you the most important fact. Right now in this day and age, if the US or if the world put a sanction on a country, nobody trades with them. Why? The banks don't want to take their money, the banks don't want to send money. So the first point is sending and receiving finances. Even if you wanted to purchase from one place or the other, they will not allow you to buy from Europe, from America, from any countries, because it's source of funds. If the funds came from these sanctioned countries, they will not accept it. The banks will send the money back or not accept it at all. And then, as a company or a retailer on any assets or goods, you cannot send your goods or trade with them either way, because banks will not send money there or receive money from there. So there's no way to actually pay your orders if you've got pending orders. I've spoken to so many people that had the same problem where they could not purchase items like air conditioning because the banks will just generally not accept the fiat currency. Okay, now with cryptocurrency, totally different scenario, guys. Why? Because the banks do not govern it. And if you keep it in crypto, obviously, and the trade of value is given, one person accepts, the other person accepts. Obviously, you have cold storage, you have wallets, and there's no bank in between to give you sanctions on where you send your money. So that is a very, very important point. How is that possible? And why is it? I think it's a positive and a negative. Obviously, there's two sides to that. I would love to know from you what you guys think, whether it's a positive factor or negative factor, and if you feel that this is bad or good, and which scale if you are. I want to know either you pro or anti. Obviously, write in the comment, and exactly which country you come from as well. Right, exactly that. I want to know 2 points. Which country you're from and what are your thoughts on these types of stable coins being used for sanctioned countries to actually be able to trade in between specific countries. This is very important, guys, because if a country can transact still, that means the sanctions is not that it's not that pressing matter for countries to be able to trade and exchange of goods. Obviously, logistically, there is some logistics to be done, but there is obviously logistics companies all around the world to send and receive goods. So the most important point is the finance, the money, where does the money go? And Russia being able to use stablecoins is obviously a big factor. Also on the topic of Russia. So guys, Russia is right now closing all of the gas to Europe. I spoke about this in my previous video. Right now, Europe is in a very bad situation. I don't know if you guys know it, but Europe is messed up right now. Why? Because they're going to be, right now they're going into winter. So in winter, they need more gas, because more gas and fuels, etc., need to be burned to make warmth in the houses. Most of them have central heating and gas lines and gas pipes. Most of the houses work with gas. If the gas prices go 3-4 times the price, the normal day-to-day user cannot afford to actually live that lifestyle, right? They cannot pay for warming their house, or if they're old and you're living in retirement. I mean, the whole system's messed up right now. If you're living paycheck to paycheck or you've got a little bit of savings, that's going to get wiped out on gas and electric. So the countries that we pay our taxes in, which we love, right? Love is the countries that have closed or have sanctioned Russia, etc. In Europe example, and they've closed the gas lines. Now you as the retailer have to pay 4 times the price of it. 4 times the price or 3 times the price of gas. How can you afford it? Now rich countries like England have curbed the idea. What they've stated is that they're going to give you money or mandate that there is a fixed price of gas and it will stay stable for the next X amount of years. Obviously they're paying a lot of money, they've got the money to do it. But what about you in every other country? How are you feeling the pinch? And what are you going to do? What is your financial plan? Well, this is why TPL is here, guys. Please follow us and I'm going to show you exactly what you can do to curb this method of obviously inflation. I would call it inflation, or obviously the price of gas going through the roof because of Russia closing the gas lines and warming your houses, keeping your family warm, cooking, everything you use. Even cars run on gas right now in Europe. I went to Europe and most countries use gas. Some cars use gas for running. And if that's the case and the gas price goes through the roof, what are you going to do? How are you going to be able to afford it? Well, this is the question of the day. This is why I would like to show you on my next video exactly how to curb and how to go through these tough times that we're looking ahead of. Obviously, recession, guys, is happening. What are you going to do? Are you going to be affected or not? Inflation, obviously, your currency that you're using, the price and the wealth and what is it worth, if it's dropping in value or not. How do you actually get ahead of this? How do you actually get financial freedom, financial stability? I would like to show you guys exactly my 5 steps on how to do that. Please follow us and I'm going to go through and explain to you my 5 steps on how to become financially free and to not get hit with this big whammy of a gas bill or inflation or interest rates, recession, all of the bad things that's coming up. I would like to help you guys and show you every step of the way what to do and when to do it. Thank you guys, take care, see you in the next video.